Hello, everyone. This is Waite, and I am here with the wonderful Manny Lopez. Hi, Manny. How are you doing?
I am too blessed to be stressed. Excited to be here.
Good, good. And I'm really excited. Thank you for joining me here because I'm really curious about your background and your story. I know that you are the founder of the company called From Orphan to CEO. And I also believe that you are the creator of the network of influence. Am I right?
Well, From Orphan to CEO is a program.
Okay.
Network of Influence is one agency that really just focuses on teaching mentorship and entrepreneurship.
Okay. All right. Good. Well, I also read some of your bio where there's a lot of story behind being an orphan, and I was reading, and I saw how it was kind of heartbreaking for me to know that was your background. But would you mind sharing it to people about how it all started for you in terms of, the hardship during your childhood?
Well, I guess it would start around 18 months. Me and my sister, who's 11 months older than me, were left in a car with nothing but a diaper on. And subsequently, shortly after that, we ended up in foster care and we bounced around to many homes and many different families. We finally ended up having a forever family, but still dealing with some pretty interesting experiences from there. But really what my focus is to show that regardless of the background you've come from, there's the ability to still win. You just got to find that example you can point to and follow that says, hey, there is a path for someone like myself. And From Orphan to CEO kind of ties into that concept of saying, look, I've come from a crappy background. I've come from a place where there's a lot of people just like me that have just lost everything. Right? 2 out of 3 of the kids that are aging out of foster care, meaning they never get adopted. They turn 18, they're on their own. Within a year of aging out of the system, 2 out of 3 are either dead, homeless, or in jail. So my story really is to put a spotlight on that as an example to say, look, by the time I was 24, even having a forever family, I ended up homeless twice. I was just like these kids. So mentorship, entrepreneurship, and faith has been that trifecta, as you would say, of how I've been able to overcome these adversities, break through these challenges, and really build my own dream versus waiting for permission to build someone else's.
Okay. I understand about, having some hardship in life.
Yeah.
And in some ways, I remember being lost and not able to understand the situation, and it took me a while to get over it.
Yeah.
With your situation, which is not comparable to what you've gone through, I was just trying to figure out what helped you um, fight the battle, and in terms of the mindset, and that's why I wanted to cover your hardship
Yeah.
in the past.
Well, I mean, what I've been able to see as a breakthrough type moment was mentorship. Finding somebody that had a similar story to mine, that was where I wanted to be and was willing to teach me, right? Somebody that I could point to that said, hey, I've been there, I've been at least somewhat there, and I can show you how to get out of there, right? And that's the biggest thing that a lot of these people don't find when they get stuck. Right? I've had similar stories of other kids that have gone through the foster care system, gone through the same similar situation, some even way worse than my own. And yet some of them that have been way worse have easily been able to find their way out and have joy in life because they found a mentor. They found somebody that can relate to them, because that's one of the biggest things that these kids find as well is they think there is nobody else out there that's been through what they've been through. Right? And the more that I talk about my life story, the more I find people that have been in a similar situation, then be able to find people that get to open up and find and see that, hey, there is this happening. There's a way we can bring solutions. But mindset around it all ties into who are you surrounding yourself with? What information? How are you engaging? Are you surrounded by a bunch of people that tell you no? Or are you surrounded by a bunch of people that tell you it's possible? right? Mindset's going to be around your community. What you surround yourself and what you consume is what you become.
I see. Now, are you mostly working with young adults or
Well, I mean, it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm teaching entrepreneurship and mentorship through my platform, I mean, we have students as young as 9 years old. We have students as old as 80 plus, right? For my business, I typically help speakers and coaches with really automation systems and things like that. And being able to take those skill sets, those relationships, then be able to leverage that to teach these kids, the day one entrepreneurs, the at-risk youth, the former foster kids. You know, it's really who's hungry is really how it's going to break down.
okay. Now, do you have an official facility for people that you are training? And where are they?
It's digital. So my facility is what we call the Manifestation School of Business. So they can get access to our platform from their smartphone. So we have, in essence, the idea of being able to create physical locations people can go to. But one of the hardest things I found at the at-risk youth or the former foster kids have to struggle with the most is transportation. I mean, just getting from A to B to a location to be at one spot for one opportunity is difficult. But with a platform like an online platform that can stream on devices, now I can be accessible globally. Like right now, as I'm speaking to you, there's over 8,000 active members in over 60 countries that are getting taught, getting served, and getting education.
Okay, so you're talking about a large group of people that you are connecting with. Do you have a group of people that are doing all the trainings for you?
Oh, hundreds of contributors. So I create my own content, create my own courses, and then I've created all kinds of other brands that help contribute other brands that come in. So I have a show called Best in Business, right? I'll go and I interview millionaires and billionaires, and I'll learn the strategies of what they do. That becomes a class in my School of Business. My students can learn from it. You put questions and Q&A afterwards. They get to really interact with the content versus just watch videos. And then you've got people that are contributing content, right? Well, people will send in videos, they'll send in motivational content, they'll send in strategy videos. We can repurpose people's YouTube channels. We made it very seamless to partake as a contributor or even just partake as somebody that's one of our teachers. So we have a lot of different layers of it. They can go right on the platform, click on network, and share an idea in real time, right? Anybody can go do that. Then they have the ability to submit content and become a featured contributor at some of our events or our platforms.
So are you saying that if, you know, especially now that there's a lot of people at home and they've lost their jobs, and can they be involved with you? And if they can, if they have the talent and skills to be a part of your program, will that be a possibility for them to connect with you that way?
Oh yeah. So beginning January of this year, we opened up the platform to anybody that wants to go through our scholarship program. We currently have thousands of scholarships available within our platform to be able to have people go through our School of Business. It's basically watching YouTube videos, and then you answer some questions, you earn Manny bucks, right? A little digital token to kind of track everything along the way. And you go through the program, and once you checked off the boxes, we actually gift you $25,000 worth of Manny bucks and a Rolodex of specialists that will exchange their services in Manny bucks for you to start collaborating with. And it was ideally built for my students, but what I found is all of our members that were, our contributors that were signing up to be a Manny Bucks network member, because it's free, we don't charge any people to do it, they were opening up to anybody. They're like, anybody with Manny Bucks, come in, we'll contribute with this. So I was like, we built a little ecosystem here. So we created a way where anybody, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, you're sitting at home, you've got access to the internet. If you can watch YouTube videos, you can partake in the Manifestation School of Business. You get rewarded to go through our School of Business. It's teaching nothing but mentorship, nothing but entrepreneurship. You got billionaires interviewing billionaires. It's really just a focus of getting people that have already gotten the results, getting them to say, what is it that you need to know, right? And now, once they graduate, a whole Rolodex to collaborate to say, look, I need to build a website. Oh, let's get somebody in the Manny Bucks network. Oh, I need to create a logo. I need to have a contract reviewed by an attorney. I need to build out my ecosystem online. I need to go get headshots from a photographer. Now you can do all of that in Manny Bucks. So it's a really powerful ecosystem.
Wow. So it's almost like a community. Am I right?
Oh, yes. A community of entrepreneurs that do business with entrepreneurs.
I see. So for example,
Mhm.
I'll put myself in it. If I wanted to be a part of it, what is the process that I have to take in order to contribute and be able to train some of those young adults that are needing my services or needing my, advice or mentorship?
Sure. So there's a couple ways to contribute. One is when you're right on the platform, there's a really cool feature called network. So in real time, you can just post a comment. You can ask a question. You can share an idea. You can say, hey, students, anybody in the From Orphan to CEO program, here's my email. I can help you with XYZ, right? Reach out, I'll help you. That real time, anytime, we've just created that as a free value feature to just connect and collaborate with people. And I'm filtering it all the time. I'm going through making sure people aren't spamming. Then there's the gifts area where you can actually contribute content. You can say, look, I'll sign up one of my services or more of my services in the Manny Bucks network. Here's what my service is. Here's how much people normally pay me in dollars. And here's how it all works. So they just fill out a simple form right on the platform, right? They can even contribute their course content, right? So let's say they have a YouTube channel with a bunch of videos that they've already created on their specialty and what they do. Or maybe they decided to create their own video that says, hey, From Orphan to CEO students, here's what you need to know, right? So it's really giving them the ability to just say, hey, however way you want to share it, we have the ability to integrate. So you can just post in real time on the platform and just not have to worry about dealing with me, and our little system will track everything there. And you can just open up opportunities, right? You can be able to contribute them, and then I screen the content. And if it's based on experience and results, we can plug it in as contributed content. So it's a really easy ecosystem that allows us to, instead of try to duplicate and copy it, we can integrate, right? All the traffic goes right back to your channel, your platforms, your eyeballs. It makes it very easy.
Okay. So how does it benefit you overall for the company if I can just go in there and tap onto the question, post a question and connect with all the people in there? How does that work for the company in terms of, building the company itself?
We self-fund a totally different way. So I have a mastermind group that originally, before this was even created, this launched April of 2018. The funding started December of 2017. So my idea was to create a Tom Shoes business model. I don't know if you've heard of Tom Shoes, but if your viewers haven't, it's basically a shoe company that every time you buy a pair of shoes, they give a pair of shoes away to somebody that can't afford it. So I thought, why can't we all do that in business? I'll create a mastermind group. I've been getting asked for this mastermind group for a while, and I use that to fund the entire project. So I don't have to charge a subscription fee. I don't have to charge people to get access to my platform. All of the hundreds of hours of interviews and exclusive content and contributed content is all on demand, completely free. So for me, it's just creating a gift that I can give to the world, an educational system that can be something based on actual results and not based on trying to sell somebody another subscription. So I've got a completely different model where I said, I'm going to take this funding arm of what I'm already getting paid for. People hire me for consulting, hire me to build apps for their companies, and then utilize a structure that says every time I bring on one new customer, at least 2 to 3 scholarships or more are going to be created in my program. And this is how we were able to create this entire platform from scratch, how we can just give it away to the world for free. And it can be a value point. There's a value point for all of my clients. They get all of my stuff organized in one location. All of my students having access to all of our education and resources in one place. And then the community can all build itself. So for me, it's a great win-win-win.
Yeah, that's a pretty awesome concept. I think, I'm still trying to kind of embrace what you're telling me, because it looks like it's a lot of components that you need to tap into.
It's a whole ecosystem for entrepreneurs, right? Think of it as if you need a specialist, if you want to promote your business, you do business with entrepreneurs and you want to learn more strategies from people that are actually getting results, I mean, we screen a lot of stuff. It's not just, oh, you want to share? Great, put it out here, right? And the network feature, that's just a bulletin. That's like a public Facebook group where it's LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everybody all in one place. But the idea behind the education side, once you get into school, I mean, these are top level business executives. These are the relationships I've been forming over the past decade that now are my friends that I'm bringing in to share. I mean, last week we had Caleb Maddox, we had Les Brown, and, you know, we had Dan Fleshman, the youngest guy to take a company public. I mean, we focus on education coming from real specialists, real results, and I don't have to pay huge speaker fees to get them to say yes. So we don't have to go the traditional model of having this huge event, having 15 camera crews, you know, only mastermind people paying 50 grand can get access to the real, you know, on-depth stuff. And, you know, for us, it's really trying to take away the barrier, right? So many kids these days are learning the wrong information. I mean, if you've heard of the statistics, 97% of the information out there is false. So if you go on social media, 97 out of 100 posts that are people are saying this is the answer to success, it's wrong, right? And what are our kids doing? They're going to YouTube, they're going to Facebook, they're going to Twitter, they're going to TikTok, they're going to all these places to get their information. And yet us as specialists and entrepreneurs, if we just understand the concept of serving your way to success and giving the information in exchange for being able to track the data and qualify them, instead of just trying to sell them information through subscriptions and coaching programs, it's going to be a little different model, and the education system is going to get flipped on its head.
So is this going to turn out to be a big university in the future if that's what you're building?
I expect it to be, yeah. I expect the content we're creating to become, you know, content that would be comparable to college degrees in a lot of areas. And I can see from the education I have, most of the people that I'm learning from, I mean, they were able to create their success without a degree, right? They created it by serving. They created it by relationships. They created it by going out there and not giving up on wanting to truly build their own dream. So it's definitely a different model than what we're traditionally taught. But at the end of the day, this is based on real results. I don't go and just plug people in just because they have a cool looking shirt, right? Or they've got a nice banner on their Facebook profile. You know, I'm usually the ones that I'm talking to aren't the ones that are social media friendly. They're the ones that are just, they're out there getting the results. Yeah. They're not out there trying to promote a brand or a campaign versus, you know, what other you see.
So the people that are coming into is still being qualified by you, making sure that they are the right people to be a part of the community.
I'll give you an example. To get on Best in Business, my show, your business has to actively be doing at least $250,000 or higher just to even be considered, right? And then after that, you got to fill out a qualification process. You got to go through a screening. You got to get on a call with me directly. I'm going to hard press you some questions to make sure this is legitimately what you can teach, right? So for me, I've had over 1,000 brands hire me as a consultant to come in and teach them systems, to teach them automation, to teach them marketing strategies. And I've been able to take a lot of different industries on and see what works, what doesn't. And there's a pretty common denominator across the board. You're going to see it consistently with the successful people. They focus on 3 areas: mentorship, entrepreneurship, faith. They have mentors, all of them, every single one of them. They focus on entrepreneurship as their vehicle, and you'll be surprised how much of them are truly faith-based entrepreneurs that have success, lasting success.
Okay, so for the people that are not reaching your qualification standards, what would be their chance of getting into your network?
Well, I mean, networking right on the network feature, right? So in our platform, we have a whole Rolodex of all of our members they can connect with. So now they can start creating opportunities with the real specialists that are out there instead of surrounding themselves with people that are just selling them, you know, hocus pocus stuff. So it's really just surrounding yourself with the right people. Think about it. If your top best friends, your 5 best friends were all millionaires, guarantee within a short amount of time, you will be the 6th millionaire. But if you surround yourself with 5 people that are all complaining about life, they don't get any success, they're not a specialist at what they do, they don't even know how to spell the word entrepreneur, let alone be one, then you're just going to be right wherever they're at. So you just got to understand it's who you surround yourself with. In my network, I'm constantly, if they're a perfect fit, hey, go share what you do in my network feature, right? It's an invite-only type platform. I have no ads. no billboards, nothing out there that's just saying, hey, everybody, come join this thing. It's an invite to specialists to promote. And if somebody's just spamming the network, I can delete their stuff easily. So we're constantly monitoring to make sure it is based on real results. And a lot of the people that post in there, these are friends of mine. These are people I know. A lot of them have businesses that are just starting out. I mean, third graders can teach second graders, right? But when I say that this is the best in business, this is the one you need to be paid to. If you want to hire somebody in this arena, this is the one you should hire. Best believe they should be getting massive results, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to have somebody who's under 6 figures in business getting hired by millionaires saying, hey, teach me how to do this, right? And they're thinking that's the specialist. Then I look bad, right? I'm putting my name on these people, so I got to make sure that they truly get results. And there's a way to do it, right? If you, here's an example. If you want to build a community, find people, the first step, find people that have no problem not selling first, right? Speakers that get on my stage, they can't sell from stage. They have to just focus on building relationships and giving value. That weeds out a lot of those fake influencers right away. Because they're like, oh, I need to do splits. I have to do this. You got to pay me X amount of dollars for me to fly out there. Like, no, I don't pay speaker fees. I don't pay these exorbitant, all these crazy stuff. I mean, some of these event producers will spend 7 figures just to put their event on because 90% of it went to speaker fees and travel expenses. Like, no, I am not here to fluff your ego. I'm here to capture real education on what it takes to truly get results. And the ones that are truly about serving, those are the ones that will show up. They'll give, they'll share. I mean, I get Les Brown, motivational speaker, that will show up, no problem. Don't ask me for any fees, no nothing. Just says, I want to help, I want to serve. And you're telling me I should go pay the guy that's doing 6 figures, a $5,000, $10,000 speaker fee, pay his travel for him and his photography? No, like, come on. They're just there to stroke their egos, and you can tell them really quickly with that.
Now, how do you track the results of the people that are learning from your network?
Oh, it's all data. So the best part about using systems like this is I can see when my students log in, how often they're logging in, what class did they attend today? Did they attend the full class? Did they answer the questions? Did they earn all their badges today? I mean, stuff you can't do physically, right? I mean, systems allow you to track 24/7 without the need for any problems about errors. I mean, as long as you set up your systems correctly and it's working well, you have a better system than any human can possibly do. 24/7 monitoring of exact formula, where they're stuck, where they're not answering correctly, right? I mean, instead of having to do it manually once a day, going through a bunch of papers, a system can spit out results and tell me who's winning and who's losing.
I see. So there is a level of accomplishments within the system.
Gamifications. That's the big difference with education now is they're not gamifying it, right? We gamify our shopping, right? We gamify our everything. You gamify your video games, you gamify all this stuff as adults, but yet why don't we gamify education, right? Why, like with my platform, our students get rewarded in Manny bucks just by showing up each day. Oh, you showed up today, you checked in, congratulations, you earned $20 in Manny bucks, right? Oh, you went to class today, congratulations, here's more Manny bucks, right? Imagine if our school system was like that. How many students would miss class now?
Now, are those real money that you're talking about, the money back?
Digital token, it's worthless. Outside of our network, they're worthless. But here's the benefit of the value is I have not just myself and my brand and my agency that you can exchange these Manny bucks for. I have over 100 of our specialists you can also exchange them with. So everything from an attorney reviewing your contracts, photographers doing your headshots, media companies doing PR, mastermind groups, coaching programs, retreats, right? Being able to hire somebody to build you a website, all the stuff that you would normally have as expenses in your business for marketing or branding or all the PR stuff that you're going to need. We have specialists that you can get their services, their programs completely in Manny bucks. So it's a kind of, think of it like an arcade, right? You go to an arcade, you play the games, you get points, and at the end of it, you got the little prize wall at the end, right? Our prize wall, instead of it being teddy bears, they're services that would benefit you building your business.
I see. So, and the people, the contributors, they're looking at their the total of their bank, if however you say it, the Manny bucks. They look at that and they allow them to use their services based on the number of you know, collection that they have. Is that right?
I'll give you an example, right? So one of our speakers at my upcoming event, Dr. Greg Reed, right? He's named as the top, you know, keynote speaker on Forbes in the top 10 consistently. He hosts an event called Secret Knock, another top 10 keynote, you know, events for entrepreneurs that you should be attending. Millionaires, billionaires, NASA scientists, NBA legends. I mean, the who's who come to this event to just share. Nobody's selling anything. It's just knowledge, education, and resources and collaboration. It's a $3,000 ticket to get into that event. Okay. If you were to go through my system as a student and From Orphan to CEO, you could reach out to Greg Reed and say, hey, Greg, I've earned $3,000 in Manny bucks on the Manifestation School of Business. I'd like a ticket to the Secret Knock event. Perfect. Send over your 3,000 Manny bucks and boom, your ticket's secured. Right?
I see.
That's what Manny bucks is the ability to earn your way to collaborate with these specialists instead of me trying to go to them and say, hey guys, can you donate a couple tickets to my students? You know, everyone's trying to donate stuff, but here's the thing, nobody really shows up for it. 97% of the time you give it away for free, they don't show up. All right. So the goal is to have them earn it. Gamify the education so we can get these kids excited about learning about mentorship and entrepreneurship and faith. And then build all of that into a way that says, once you check off all these boxes, you're ready to build your dream, and we got a Rolodex of people ready to help you. It's not going to cost you a dime out of your own pocket. That's
it's almost, it kind of reminds me of the kids when they accomplish something or they complete a task where they get a star from their parents.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
I give them in digital tokens that now can be accumulated and exchanged for value within our community. Wow, so they can't go buy them and sell them on any exchange. It's not like it's kind of like a Bitcoin that doesn't bounce up and down in value, and you don't go buy and sell on any exchange. You use it within our network and only at our network, and you earn them. You can't go buy them. You can't go just purchase a pack of Manny bucks, right? You have to go in the system. You have to show up to an event. You have to partake in some way where you are serving your way to success in my community.
Now, is this a free membership or is there a cost to be a part of the network?
Free. No, this whole system is all free. I don't charge anything to, again, I have my ways of generating revenue. I've got my agency, my app development company, my consulting business. That keeps me busy well enough. I'm very successful in keeping myself very, very busy, right? This is my gift to the world where it's my solution to what these foster kids need. If they had a system where by the time they aged out, they were a graduate of not only life, right? They're now graduating to life, but they're a graduate of the School of Business. They're ready to build their own dream. They've got the confidence. They've got a whole Rolodex of mentors now that they can connect with. They say, look, I want to be a music person. Bam, they can connect with somebody who's got a music industry. He's a music industry head, right? You can have, let's say somebody wants to be a motivational speaker. I can personally connect them to Les Brown to teach them how to speak. And he doesn't charge them anything. They just plug in through our system in our network. So it's really just creating these resources where I create a win-win for them, right? There's a win-win here. So here's how it works. When they are serving my students, since I put all the community together, at the same time they're serving my students, they're also being found by my community of entrepreneurs that do business with entrepreneurs. So I look for speakers, coaches, authors, consultants that do business with entrepreneurs. Because I have got over 8,000 entrepreneurs I can connect them with here. So they get marketing, publicity, PR, right? So then I say, hey, come into my network. The more you network, the more you serve, the more you collaborate, the more you show up to events. Hey, you're seeing my students and potential clients at the same time. So yeah, they love it. They're like, great, this is a great win-win. I'm being able to help people that can't help themselves, giving value. Manny's made it very simple and easy to do so. And I can also create new opportunities where I'm going to get new clients. Like,
it's such a great concept. Now, I do have one question. What if there's an orphan and he doesn't have a phone? How does that work for them?
You can get them for free. Right? I mean, that's the easiest thing to get these days. Homeless people have smartphones, right? So there's no way you can't not have the ability to access the internet because that's all you need. You don't even need a smartphone. You can have a dumb phone, right? You can be on a laptop. You can be on a computer. It's an app that streams through the browser. So as long as you can access a browser that accesses the internet, you have access to this education, right?
Okay.
And so we've made it accessible to where you just got to be able to get online, right? And that's a lot easier than people trying to get transportation every day to a physical location. Having food and having all that ability, that is where it becomes cumbersome. It's very, very difficult. But as long as they have access to the internet, and these days I can go down the street and the government's handing out phones, right, that are connected to the internet. So there's no excuse these days, my friends. Everyone's got one. Everyone's got a smartphone.
Okay. Well, if they have more questions, how can they reach you, Manny?
So there's a couple of ways. If they want to go directly to my platform and get access to all our education resources, it's MANNYFESTATION.com, like manifestation, but with the word Manny, M-A-N-N-Y, festation. If you want to connect with me on Facebook, it's the only one that I'm active on that every single day. It's Manny Lopez 888. And if they want to just shoot me a question, right? I know you can reach me via text. I'm one of those crazy people that give out their cell phone numbers. Yes. So if you want to shoot me a text, any questions you have, whether it be on marketing on Facebook, I was named one of the best by Facebook when they hit 1 million advertisers. I've been teaching this stuff since day one. Systems, automation, branding, marketing, that's my specialty. So shoot me a text. My number is 714-369-8528. Completely free. I don't charge for any free advice. Usually I'm going to send you to somewhere specific on my platform. There's hundreds of hours of content. Don't try to navigate it by yourself. Just say, hey, Manny, I'm looking to get help with this topic. Where should I go? Right? And I'll give you the exact place in my platform where I've either got a how-to guide, a blueprint, to interview with a millionaire in that specialty arena. So the best part about it is that I'm a sponge for knowledge. I love to learn. I love to have these specialists come on. Like when Marie asked me on here, I'm like, can I put this education on my platform? I want to make sure my students get access to what you do and who you are as well. So that's the idea. It's all about collaboration, guys. So the more you collaborate, the more you can help people.
So one more question for you, Manny. I'm curious because you've done such a great job on putting all this network and the community and helping so many people. What is your goal for this year, especially with what's going on with the coronavirus and people that are feeling down? I mean, do you have a goal that kind of, relates to all of that?
Well, I mean, if people could understand the concept of truly what too blessed to be stressed means, right? Some people think it's just a saying I say all the time, and they ask me, Manny, how are you really doing? And I'm like, no, for real, I truly am too blessed to be stressed. You could be going through a situation like this, right? Where we're stuck at home, we can't go out, we're quarantined, whatever you want to call it. But then you look at the fact that my kids are with me a lot more. We're spending so much more time together. We're having more home-cooked meals. We're getting to be able to play and have fun. I mean, we played on the Switch 4 or 5 times last week. I mean, something we would only be able to do once a week. Once every couple of weeks, we're able to do almost daily now. I mean, the power behind the understanding in your mind of looking at life and understanding that no matter what situation you're going through, there is always something positive you can be looking at. And the way you can analogize it, I mean, look at like the kids on the school bus, right? They're on a steep hill where one side of the hill is just dirt. It just keeps going up, right? The other side, they're on the edge of the cliff, but man, it's so beautiful. They look out there. Now this kid on this side, he's looking over here, he's scared. He doesn't want to look over there because he's afraid of heights. It's so beautiful though. I mean, all the kids are just smiling. Their eyes are sparkling. They're having the best joy. The other kid's staring out the other window and just looking at dirt and rocks, and he's just miserable. That's too blessed to be stressed. In a nutshell, it's looking at it where you can say, you know what, there's a thing that I'm scared of. I can't do that. That's just different. So I'm going to stay here being sad and sorrow, right? Versus living that best life, looking at where there is greatness, there is possibility, there's abundance, there's so much things you can look at to where there's positivity you can enjoy and have that day. So for me, it's that concept. You be too blessed to be stressed. You're gonna change a lot of minds. And for me, it's growing personally for Manifestation to break that 10,000 student mark. We're just over 8,000 students currently.
Wow.
I want to see over 10,000 students learning how to be too blessed to be stressed. that would be exciting for me, because the more that I can duplicate that, it's a ripple effect. I get one more
Yeah.
person in their community, their family, that now just flips the switch on what they think of the life now. Imagine everyone around their circles now. It's going to get just exposed to that excitement and that joy. So it spreads. I like it.
That is
So
so
let's
incredible,
spread that.
Manny.
Let's spread blessings instead of the coronavirus.
That is so awesome. I love it. I really love what you do. And again, I am blessed also that we were able to connect. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you're doing for other people. Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Anyway,
Thanks for having me on.
I'm going to let you go. I hope that everybody share this video because there's a lot to learn. People can get involved. They can learn from each other, and share it to the people that you truly think that will benefit this program of Manny. So make sure you do that, okay? But anyway, I just wanted to say bye to everybody. Thank you so much, Manny, and we will all see you again. Bye.
Awesome. Bye.